Hi guys, today we're taking a look at a cute little camera called the Sears Disc 770. This is very similar to a Kodak version of this camera called the Teledisc, and according to some sources on the internet, this particular Disc 770, and there's a lot of them on eBay, was a rebranded version of a similar camera, or the same camera, made by a company called Hacking. I paid $16 for this at an antique store. When they were new, they cost $90. The value on eBay for one is about $16 that I paid for it, but not this one. The value on this one is probably closer to $5. It's in what I will call poor condition. But since you can't buy film for them, and they're only decorative, as long as it looks nice, it has value to me. And I'll show you a picture of all of the corrosion that was in the battery compartment when I bought it, and that's why I call this one, this particular example, poor condition. The personal significance of this is that I've never seen one before. I didn't even know they made such things as disc cameras. And when I say disc, there's a disc in there, but it's a film camera, not magnetic disc. I was astonished by the technology from, it almost looks like a big fat cell phone. In fact, one company sold it with a stick, and it would have been the first selfie stick, but they weren't called selfie sticks in those days. The historical significance of this camera is that they were made for 8-year span from 1982 to 1990. The image size is 8 by 10.5 millimeters, and that is 40% smaller than standard 110 film. Kodak sold 8 million of these in the first year in 1982. Now the film initially was from Kodak, but also Konica, Fuji, and 3M started making the competitive disc film. What's really kind of funny is that so many manufacturers, after the film was released and a standard was issued, lots and lots of manufacturers started manufacturing these plastic disc cameras. And I'll show you a list. What's interesting is that the two big players, Canon and Nikon, are not on the list. It can take 15 images per disc. This one has two lenses, a telephoto and a wide angle. The telephoto lens is 25 millimeter and the wide angle lens is 12.5 millimeter. The 35 millimeter equivalents would be 40 millimeter and 80 millimeter. It only has two shutter speeds, one 100th and one 200th, and the flash is enabled depending on the light sensor, and it automatically selects one of the two shutter speeds to correspond with it, again depending on the light sensor. It takes two standard AA batteries. Now these got a bad reputation for quality, and that's probably why they only lasted 8 years. It turns out that the film was actually of high quality and capable of incredibly high resolution, but at the time when Kodak created this film and the cameras, they also developed the 6-element lenses to develop the film. But most labs, even though they were using Kodak equipment, didn't buy into the technology, and they used their old 3-element lenses that were only designed to work on larger negatives. And that apparently was the problem, that most of them developed poor quality photos. Let's take a look at this. On the camera top, we have a release latch for the film, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. On the bottom, there's literally nothing. On the front, we have a protective cover that's closed right now, and there should be a transparent, probably plastic, see-through window here to protect the lenses. This particular one seems to be missing. And on the sides, there's a strap lug and the access to the film to open the back. And on this side, there is no strap lug, but on both sides, you have access to where the battery compartment is. And if I open this just to show you the sides, there you can see the access to the battery compartment. And if I pop that open, there's your two AA batteries. On the camera back, there's the viewfinder, a wait for ready flash LED, a flash ready indicator. That's the film counter, and that's the window showing you the type of film you have stored in it. On the camera front with the door open, you can see the flash, the viewfinder window, That little hole is the light sensor. This is your shutter button. This little switch gets closed when you close the cover, and that turns the battery off. And these are your two lenses. Right now it's in the telephoto lens, and if you pivot it 180 degrees, it's the wide angle lens, and it turns in either direction. It just snaps around in a circle. So we're back in the normal lens right now. So let's take a look at how this works. To load the film, you just open the back like that. There you see the disc film cartridge. In this case, it's a Kodacolor VR film. And there's no way to put it in upside down or kitty corner backwards. It can only go in one way. So you just drop your film in and close it. And when you latch it, it'll automatically advance it to the first picture. Or in this case, the next picture, because I had been simulating picture taking now, so it's on number 8 on the film counter window. Then to take a picture, you just open the front, look through the viewfinder to find your subject. The flash will take care of itself. Press the button, it takes a picture. They were advertising, as a positive advertisement for this camera, was how fast it could take pictures. That's it, guys. Cute camera. I'm glad I stumbled across it. I'd never seen one before in my life. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.